Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here and welcome on into a LEGO Marvel Superheroes news video. Now yesterday, I honestly could have talked about this for like 10 minutes, probably. I don't know how long this video is going to go when I'm about to record this, but this is such a big thing. If you missed it yesterday, the first ever LEGO Marvel Superheroes collectible minifigure series was officially revealed. You can check it out at the top or at the end. Now, what's really fascinating about this is that it is branded under Marvel Studios. It is called LEGO Marvel Studios Minifigure Series. So what is crazy about this is that if you actually take a look at the bag, and I talked about this in the video, but I just briefly went over it. On the bag, there's actually a few different panels there, and the panels that I'm referring to are like comic panels, and these have been used in two different box arts so far, with the Infinity Saga as well as the two What If sets. Now, on the boxes, and on this specifically, they're little panels, and inside there are characters. And for this specifically, out of like 7 or 6 panels that are on the front of the bag, only spot actually on the bag, there's nothing on the back, they chose to include only 2 characters fully. Thor from his Avengers Infinity War outfit, and then also Wolverine. And Wolverine has not at all appeared in any of the other box art. It didn't appear on What If, and it didn't appear in the Infinity Saga ones. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, what's the big deal? Well, I can explain it to you very easily. The last time that we got an X-Men set was back in 2017 with the Mighty Micros. The last mutant that we've recently gotten was Firestar in the Daily Bugle. X-Men have gotten a total of 3 sets. We're coming up on 10 years, pay attention to that, 10 years next year in 2022 for LEGO Marvel Superheroes. So the last time that we got a real set, not counting the Mighty Micros, was back in 2014 with the X-Men versus the Sentinel. And then the other set was, of course, the first set that we got with Deadpool and Magneto with the Chopper. So that is really crazy to look back on, and that it's been that long since we've gotten a real set, I would say. And we've gotten a ton of movies and things like that. The last indirect tie-in was with Days of Future Past in 2014. Now, specifically though, what is crazy about him being here is that this is branded under Marvel Studios. It is called that. The logo is like a few centimeters away, less than an inch away, I'll say, for Americans. And I'm thinking this is insane because there is no news besides mutants coming to the MCU, and there is also nothing with Wolverine specifically. And I'm not saying that he's in the MCU or anything like that, that he's going to appear in What If or any of these upcoming shows. I'm not saying that at all. I just don't get LEGO's logic behind including him and putting him so prominently as one of 2 figures that you can clearly see visible there, like in terms of like full visibility, which I think is really crazy. As well as I think they've added Shang-Chi in behind the LEGO logo. So that is also new to this bag. So what I think is happening here is that this is packaging for 2022. And I think that this is going to be used in the 10-year anniversary Marvel sets. We don't know if anything is actually happening. We've seen a few leaks and things like that on Instagram under sets codenamed Avengers Classic. Now, they don't have set numbers attached to them, so I haven't bothered reporting on them or anything like that. So I'm waiting on more information with that. But I think that if we are going to be getting sets, you're looking at the packaging right here. The regular Infinity Saga packaging, and Wolverine and Shang-Chi, maybe some Eternals characters as well featured on these bags, maybe even some characters here from the minifigure series. And again, I've seen a lot of people going, well, they're just doing old outfits and comic book outfits. You're 100% right. If you take a look, Captain Marvel from other boxes is in her classic outfit, not even from Endgame or even her own movie. They did the classic one from Thanos' first appearance. Thanos in his comic book outfit. A ton of other characters. Doctor Strange from his very first appearance. So they've kind of been doing, and even I think it was with Black Widow specifically, her Avengers Age of Ultron and Civil War appearance. So all of these outfits that are appearing on this seem to be representing different years, which seem to be pointing to it being a 10-year anniversary packaging, or that they will continue to use this for the future of Marvel packaging. Because again, to go back, Wolverine was not in any of those boxes. He wasn't included in any of them. That's what the big deal is, that they didn't put him in the Infinity Saga sets. It's not just anyone. Specifically, those were meant to represent people from those movies. When the What If set came out, they used the same packaging, but they added in the Watcher. So with this, it's just crazy here to be staring at him on there. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I think that's really unprecedented. So what do I think will happen next year in terms of X-Men? Do I think that we will get sets? I think that there is definitely a high potential. If not, maybe just doing a golden figure for Wolverine and putting him in a set. I'm not sure how that would necessarily work, but I definitely think that could be a possibility. I think that for next year, though, I could see us potentially getting remakes of sets that we first got in that first wave. I think that would be pretty fun, or at least returning to them in the Infinity Saga, specifically with the Avengers movie. But what could they do for X-Men? I would love the X-Mansion. I think a lot of people would. If you didn't know, it was actually a project that reached 10K back in the day when you could submit sets to ideas that LEGO had the rights to make sets for. So there was a amazing Wayne Manor and Batcave and a X-Mansion submitted by the same person. Really, really cool, and I wish that it got accepted. It was phenomenal, and I really hope that we do get one day. I think that LEGO's starting to realize as well, if they do something big like that, like the Bugle, I think there's a lot of potential there for the fans and adult fans of LEGO to actually want to go out and get a set like that, and they could fill that thing to the brim with references, characters that we've never gotten, and honestly, I think that would satisfy everyone wanting more mutant sets. There are so many main X-Men that we still have yet to get, and I get that those sets didn't necessarily interest people and that those movies were atrocious if they looked at it in terms of how they did performance-wise. I'm not, like, reviewing them or anything like that, but you understand what I'm saying. And I think that they have a gold mine there for potential. I really do. I don't know how well X-Men sets in general would do in terms of like a whole wave or something dedicated to them, but doing something like that, and even after seeing the success of Deadpool, like, I just think that it would just be such a shame not to tap back into that tree and get some more X-Men out of it. Like, I just really think that we need more, and I think that this has to mean something. It has to mean something. It can't mean nothing. Him being on the packaging, not necessarily in terms of MCU, but just him being there, we will see again next year. Guaranteed. I don't think the Eternals will have, like, any of this packaging unless they redid it over the year break that they've had, or that they have had to put these sets out. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. That'll be really neat, because again, Shang-Chi's on here, and Shang-Chi didn't have that box art, so we'll have to wait and see, and just in time. Anyways, everyone, what do you think of this? What do you think it means? Would you like to see a golden figure of Wolverine appear in some sort of form next year? Do you want X-Men sets? What X-Men sets would you like? Or maybe just think, who cares, it's just Wolverine on the packaging. But to me, that was more exciting than the entire CMF series, because all those characters are going to probably come in sets anyways eventually. But anyways, everyone, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope you will have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.